What if I told you there's a type of fog so cold and so clear, it doesn't just block your vision, it fills the air with millions of tiny, floating rainbows. Picture this. You're standing in a landscape so cold your breath freezes in midair. The world is hushed, wrapped in a thin, glittering haze. But this isn't ordinary fog. It's something far more magical, a fog made entirely of ice. So fine, so delicate, that each crystal acts like a miniature prism, catching the light and scattering it into soft halos, sun pillars, and shimmering arcs of color. This is diamond dust ice fog, one of the most beautiful and least understood weather phenomena on Earth. And what makes it even more fascinating is that it only forms under some of the most extreme conditions imaginable. To understand how something this stunning comes to be, we first need to look at what separates it from the fog we know. Regular fog forms when water vapor condenses into tiny liquid droplets near the ground. It's soft, gray, and often damp. But diamond dust is different. It's not made of water droplets at all. It's a cloud of microscopic ice crystals, suspended in the air like frozen glitter. And it only appears when the temperature plunges to levels most of us will never experience, often below -30 degrees Celsius in places like the Arctic, Antarctica, or high mountain valleys. The air can become so cold that it can't hold much water vapor. Any moisture present doesn't have a chance to form liquid droplets. It freezes directly into ice. These crystals are hexagonal, plate-like, or column-shaped, and they're so small and light that they don't fall. They float. Drifting, tumbling, catching the sun or moonlight in a silent, slow-motion blizzard of brilliance. But the real magic begins when light touches them. Because these crystals aren't random specks of ice, they're perfectly shaped to bend and split light. When sunlight or moonlight passes through them, something extraordinary happens. The crystals act like countless tiny mirrors and prisms, creating optical effects so vivid they look almost supernatural. Sun dogs, bright spots of light on either side of the sun, halos that ring the sky in luminous circles, and sometimes vertical pillars of light that seem to shoot up from the horizon, as if the sky itself is on fire with ice. What's even more surprising is that diamond dust doesn't need clouds to form. In fact, it often appears under clear, calm skies. On bitterly cold nights, the ground loses heat rapidly. Any moisture in the air, even the little bit released by human activity, or lingering from a recent snowfall, can freeze directly into these tiny crystals. They form close to the ground, usually within a few hundred feet, creating a layer of glittering mist that hovers just above the surface. And in the right conditions, this mist can persist for hours or even days. Because the air is so stable and cold, the crystals have nowhere to go. They hang there, suspended, turning the ordinary world into a scene from a frozen dream. But how do these crystals get their perfect shapes? It all comes down to temperature and humidity. At different levels of cold, water molecules arrange themselves into different crystal structures. Some form flat plates, others long columns. And when the air is just saturated enough, not too wet, not too dry, these crystals grow slowly, symmetrically, into the flawless geometric shapes that make diamond dust so dazzling. In a way, each crystal is a tiny work of art. A snowflake in miniature, born not in a cloud, but in the still, icy air just above the ground. And while it may look delicate, diamond dust has real impacts. Pilots in the far north know it well, Because the crystals are so fine, they can be inhaled into jet engines without immediately melting, posing a risk in certain conditions. For photographers and scientists, though, it's a gift. A natural laboratory for studying light, weather, and the hidden behavior of the atmosphere. Perhaps the most moving thing about diamond dust is how it transforms a landscape. It doesn't obscure, it illuminates. It turns the world soft and radiant, wrapping trees, buildings, and people in a gentle, sparkling veil. In the polar winter, when the sun barely rises, diamond dust can make the long darkness feel alive with light. And it's a reminder that even in the coldest, most hostile environments on Earth, beauty finds a way to persist. In the silence of a frozen morning, when the air itself turns to crystal, we are offered a glimpse into one of nature's quietest miracles. Have you ever seen diamond dust or another rare weather phenomenon? Share your experience in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Nature Unlocked for more mysteries of the natural world revealed.